Absolutely.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Now, first of all, the brother Garfield just went into Chronicles. Keep in mind, first of all, he don't believe the story ever happened, and he's using it as proof, as solid, concrete proof against what I just brought out. So you using a story you never believed happened as proof against something that's recorded through tradition or oral tradition of these Africans. That's one. Second of all, what Garfield just did, he don't even understand. He just went into the book of Chronicles and pulled out the verse where it talks about Reuben and a few other tribes being taken off by Assyrians. And in his mind, and when it says there was none left in the city but the tribe of Judah, or but Judah, in his mind, that means everyone from the tribe of Gad, everyone from the tribe of Reuben, and everyone was nothing else left but Judah. Now, any person with some biblical understanding know that's very inaccurate. We know that through precepts. Now, I don't have to give a biblical lesson to him to show him that, king, you still had Benjamites there. You still had northern Israelites worshiping pagan gods up in the north. We weren't all taken, king. That's what you don't understand. You don't understand when you go to the New Testament and Christ is running to certain Israelites that's talking about how their fathers worshipped in certain mountains. These are the same kingdomers that you're saying that was taken off. But you don't understand, these people were, a remnant of these people were still in the land. Furthermore, if you look to the book of Esther, we was all over. Second more, you see Jeremiah proclaiming that the word be taken up north. Up north. Not west, not east, but up north. As well, you see that we're scattered in the south. You see it, we call it Ethiopia. When you go to Psalms, you'll see the Cushite, or Benjamin, the Cushite from the tribe of Benjamin. See, what Garfield don't understand is precepts. So he'll see a scripture just like he did and say that means nobody was there. Just like he'll see the God is a sun and shield and say, look, y'all God is the sun. But don't understand the Most High made the sun. Now, the verses he got off about the Gadangbe and the Dan, he didn't refute anything. He just gave me a spiel. I gave you oral tradition from these people's mouth. Give me something from these people's mouth. Don't give me nothing some European wrote about these people, brother. I'm giving you what they said. And this is what you did last time. You say, hell with what they say. Let me give you what the Europeans say about them. I don't want to do that. So now, once you understand biblical text and once you understand precepts, Garfield, then you will see that Judah wasn't the only people in the land. You'll see the whole 10 tribes or the remaining 9 tribes were not carried off. All of them. You'll see that once you understand precepts. You'll see that we were still in the land keeping up paganistic idols, paganistic worship, idols, and things of this nature. You'll see that. But you don't understand biblical context or precepts. So, again, and in reference to the Igbo, stop your screen from presenting, Garfield. In reference to the Igbo, brother, I don't know if y'all can see my screen, but in reference to the Igbo, let me share. Reference to the Igbo, brother, I brought out the Igbo. And let's get the traditions real quick. I don't know how much time I got, but let me show you something. Real quick. Just real quick. Okay? Here we go. Alright. It says, Here's the culture. When missionaries came to Nigeria to evangelize them, they were dumbfounded to discover that the Igbo people practiced many Hebraic Jewish customs which they could not have learned from anyone else. It had to come from ancient practices of their people of iniquity, for they had no Bibles and met no one with the Bible until missionaries came along. Now I'm gonna hit it there. Again, give me what the Igbo said, not what the Europeans said about it.
Hey, be quiet.
Hold on. Let me reset that.
Stop sharing your screen. Stop sharing your screen, brother. All right. Before I begin, I want to say something, brother. Do not tell the people what I believe or I don't believe. You're contradicting yourself, because you said at the beginning, I don't know what Garfield believes. So why are you telling the people if I believe a story in the Chronicles or I believe a story?
That's talking about your spiritual practice, brother. You know what I meant when I said I don't know what you believe. I'm talking about your spiritual.
All right, you sound angry. Them daggers is flying, huh?
I had to say it quick before I get cut off. That's all.
I believe the story in Chronicles is actually a real story. I believe the story in 2 Kings is a real story. But it's just that it's from a biblical perspective. It's from a different paradigm. All right. Now let's get to real scholarship here. I'm going to show an article, right? And this is what the people are talking about here. They're talking about the origins and the sources for the people in the Igbo. Who are the Igbo? The search for the origins.
I'm about to start this time, man.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Okay. So this is the migrants are from the Benin Empire, right? This is the source, so everybody could see the source. Right? You could go back to the video. This is what the source is saying. Every one of the oral traditions for them say that the people either come from Benin, or they come from Igbo land, or they come from somewhere else. They grew out of the soil. No traditions of coming from any other place exist in Igbo land. So this is a picture of Igbo land. So the people who say they come from Benin, they'll come from over here, or they come from down here. This is what the people are saying, or say they come from somewhere on the land, Igbo land. So now, it's clear from the sample of some of the major areas in Igbo land that all of these communities claim descent from other parts of Igbo land, neighboring ethnic groups and kingdoms, or the earth itself. Now, let me go back to the scholars here. Let's go back to the scholars and who they are. Victor Uchendu, Anazogba, Omobagba, the Oguta National Association, the Department of Fine Applied Arts, University such from Nigeria. Now he's talking about the God people, or the Gadami people, or the Ga people, or whatever, which has nothing to do with the Igbo. I don't even know why he brought that up. Nothing at all. So these are all sources, people who are from actual Nigeria who wrote on the oral tradition. And ladies and gentlemen, let me repeat it. Not one oral tradition says they come from anywhere outside of Igbo land. These guys are liars. Let's move on. Let's move on to something very important here. Let's touch on circumcision for a second here. Now, when somebody says it's not a Hebrew tradition, it's an African tradition. And that's how you know niggas are lost. It's an African tradition. Now, this tradition was practiced in Egypt way before, because when Herodotus wrote in the 5th century BC, he talked about how the people in the Levant era, where he called Syria Palestine, if you want to call them, those were the Israelites, fine. He said that those people said they learned circumcision from Egypt and Ethiopia. All right. So now what happened is, ladies and gentlemen, another source, Infancy Rights from the Igbo, people do get circumcised in Igbo land. But guess what happened? They also circumcise the female, which is a part of their tradition. You show me a Hebrew right now that got a woman circumcised. Dagger. No woman got no daggers. No woman ain't got no circumcision. It's not allowed in the Bible to circumcise a woman. It doesn't say nowhere you circumcise a female. It's a part of their culture. So forget about circumcision. Let's move on to the kosher diets. The kosher diets, guess what happened now? These people eat animals like lizard, bush pig, crayfish, crab, beetle, rabbit, and all that stuff, which is unpure. Squirrel, dog, hyena, snake, porcupine. The source is the Igbo traditional food system. Documentation uses research needs as far as Leviticus 11 and Deuteronomy 14. Look at the rats, ladies and gentlemen. Do you eat this, Hebrews? Do you eat this? This is the part of their diet. Sabbath. Let's go to the Sabbath real quickly. Do you know that they have a 4-day week? They don't have a 7-day week? That alone daggers the whole Hebrew thing right there. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? They have national holy days. And look at the holy days, the Jewish holy days. They're Hanukkah, Purim, Sukkot, Shavuot, Pesach, are all completely foreign to the Igbo culture. Stories about the Exodus from Egypt, destruction of the temple, exiles to Persia, Babylon, etc. are completely absent from Igbo mythology and folklore. The vast majority of traditional Igbo festivals are related to what? Agricultural cycles, the new Yam festival, as stated in the indigenous knowledge system in culture. Those are the things that means the more to them. Their new year is not even near the new year. So they are not Hebrews or have nothing of that concept. Now, what about the gods that they have? They have 42 Igbo names and epithets for the supreme being. Chukwu, Eka, Oka. I could go through all of this. Has nothing to do with Yahweh, none of that. Why are there no names or titles that resemble any of the Jewish names or titles for God? We could go through all 42 of them, and the sources are right there beside them. All Nigerian residents who have studied this for years. Brother, they are not Hebrews. They are not Israelites. This is something new that they have. Let me just go back to something real quickly and just break it down to you, family, why these people are claiming this.
Time.
Thank you very much, my brother. Appreciate it.
That's information from Jeff Lieberman.
Now, hold on. Before Yah'shua respond, the movie was made by Jeff Lieberman, brother, if you watch. It was a counteraction to Jeff Lieberman, you damn idiot. Don't respond. Me and the brother, stop. You are not debate. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. This ain't got nothing to do with y'all. This is Yah'shua. Shut up. Shut up. The hell out of here, man. Yah'shua, go ahead, my brother. You don't see one name. Hold on, my brother. Hold on, my brother Yah'shua. We're doing a good dialogue, decent dialogue. We ain't beefing with each other. We're trying to dialogue. These brothers trying to jump in with the bullshit. We dialogue as men. This is how men dialogue. This is how everybody should debate. We ain't got no beef. Jeff Lieberman made a movie talking about the re-emerging scam. I didn't use Jeff Lieberman. Hold on. I didn't use Jeff Lieberman. That article was a counteraction to that cracker. Get it right. Stupid asses. Let me just say daggers.